I just think of myself as Floyd Mayweather. What I want the people to really know is this, and what they got to really know is this. I can really fight. So that's what you got to know. I don't know if he had 1 fight or 2 fights against like probably another YouTuber. I don't really know. He can come out, fight hard as you want to fight. The results will always be the same.
We couldn't fight in LA. Commissioner said, Floyd, don't hit him too hard. Go light on him. Take it easy on him. I said, well, LA, y'all can't get this fight.
A lot of times when guys fight me, guys fight just to go the distance, to say, I went the distance with Floyd Mayweather. But guess what? Can't stop me. You name a fighter, the results, it's always the same. I tell my kids, go out and build your own legacy like I did for myself. I was able to beat the best in my era. I'm still undefeated. I mean, I think it's gonna be crazy. And I think it's good for the sport of boxing. But I'm not worried. You can mark my word to this. I can guarantee you this. The results will always be the same.
Put the retirement talk aside for a minute because the videos from Floyd's camp don't show someone slowly stepping into an exhibition. They show a veteran polishing his craft with serious focus.
He said, how you got a million? He said, how you got all the money? And boy, easy. I don't take no punishment. I move. You got it? Make sure the old lady got it. You got it? Okay. I want the old lady. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm an old man. Come on. So record the old man. Oh. Whoa. Okay, Mom. Mom, Michael, come here. Make it look good for Mom. Back. Make it look good for Mom. Get back. Make it look good for Mom. Make it look good for Mom. Make it look good for Mom. Get back. Get back.
The mid-sessions snap with that same perfect timing he's known for. Fast combinations, sharp angles, and zero wasted movement. It looks like his body never forgot the rhythm. Then the heavy bag clips tell a stronger story. It's not just light touches and footwork. The punches land with purpose. Tight, direct, and heavier than expected. Almost like he's reminding everyone that clean accuracy can still hit hard. Even the sparring footage feels more intense. Not relaxed rounds or playful exchanges, but structured pressure drills and controlled aggression, as if he's preparing for someone bigger standing in front of him. That's where things get serious. People say it's just about money, but fighters don't usually train this hard for pure entertainment.
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
When legends prepare at this level, the tone changes. It becomes less about old memories and more about pride, ego, and competitive history that never fully disappeared.
Yes. Bring it on. Low. Yes.
Because once Floyd walks between those ropes, business talk fades away. The focus becomes simple. Two iconic styles meeting again under bright lights, with real tension and real stakes attached.
Boxing pretty. Boxing pretty, boy. Woo.
Those sharp training visuals of Floyd moving like time hasn't slowed him suddenly run into Sean Porter's doubts like a tough reality check. Porter isn't reacting to flashy clips. He's thinking as a fighter. When he says the matchup doesn't add up, you can sense analysis taking over. Not disrespect, just logic. He even compares it more to show business thinking than true boxing reasoning. That one comment shifts the whole discussion from excitement to possibility.
Don't see this one coming unless you know the history of these two guys.
Yeah, they don't like each other too much, do they, Sean?
When you look at the history, it's kind of like sense for a street fight. It doesn't make sense for like a in the ring situation. And so it's kind of like, I guess for the sake of words, crazier things have happened. And then now you have to say, well, no, it doesn't get crazier than this.
Then Porter asks how anyone can truly break down a Tyson versus Floyd fight. That's the real challenge. You have a nearly 60-year-old heavyweight legend against a defensive mastermind built on speed and angles. When Porter points out Tyson likely didn't spar much before Jake, that detail matters. Facing Floyd without sharp preparation is like stepping into a chess match unready. He says Tyson would need quick sparring partners just to match Floyd's pace. That's insight many fans overlook.
See, that it was directly because he did not spar. If he's going to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, the thing he needs more than he needed with Jake is timing. The timing just wasn't there in the fight with Jake Paul. If he's going to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, he's going to have to do some sparring. He's going to have to spar some, really fast guys. And I don't know at what level he's going to take this serious. You know what I mean? I don't know. Mike, I think he's just beyond that age of there's something you can do to muster it up.
Right.
I think he's all ketchup. There's no mustard there anymore.
The cat and mouse description of Floyd fits perfectly because that's been his style for decades. But when Porter says if Mike connects clean, everything changes, that creates tension. Floyd avoids danger, but Tyson still carries size and power. Then Porter questions whether the fight even happens, which clashes with all the serious training reports. Now we're left with a strange balance. Strong preparation on one side, strong doubt on the other, and a matchup that feels both unrealistic and strangely exciting at the same time.
Floyd has done the cat and mouse game his entire life, and so he knows how to be fast. He knows how to get in and get out. The thing that I think would be really interesting to see would be to see Mike get a hold of him,
Yeah.
Because I think if Mike were to get a hold of him, Floyd's a professional. He knows how to get out of those things. But this is like 200 and something pounds, and it's Mike Tyson, and I know mentally it's I finally got you, and I wonder what that's going to look like, so it's not until you start to talk about it.
All the questions about timing, sparring, and the unusual challenge of Tyson trying to solve Floyd's defense suddenly meet Wade's confused reaction like someone cutting through heavy hype. His first emotion isn't hype, it's disbelief. That speaks volumes. When Wade sounds surprised that contracts might already be signed, it feels less like gossip and more like boxing stepping fully into spectacle mode. He compares it to Jake versus Tyson, which feels honest rather than insulting. Big names bring numbers, even when logic raises concerns. Then he mentions the major weight difference, and Porter's earlier question about how to analyze this becomes even louder. Now it's not just style talk. It's size versus speed.
Hell of the tape. They have it here. Mike 59, Floyd 48, Mike 5'10", Floyd at 5'8". Floyd with a 72-inch reach at 5'8". Mike with one of the shortest reaches for his height, 50-7, 50-0, and their KOs. No mention of the weight here in the tail of the tape. Interesting. An exact date and precise location are not yet known, but nonetheless, Tyson said he's thrilled to be slated to mix it up with Floyd, who he hasn't always had the greatest relationship. Quote, "This fight is something neither the world nor I ever thought would or could happen." That is correct. Fair play to Mike there. Iron Mike said, however, boxing has entered a new era of the unpredictable, and this fight is as unpredictable as it gets.
Wade saying some fans believed Mike still had something left hits as a quiet truth, especially when he connects it to what we actually saw in the ring. Not myths, just reality. When he jokes that either everyone will tune in or hardly anyone will, that unpredictability fits Tyson's current image. What stands out most is Wade admitting he'll still watch while criticizing it. That perfectly captures today's fan mindset. Doubt mixed with curiosity. He talks about legacy perception, how new fans might judge legends based on late exhibitions, and that clash between nostalgia and present reality feels uncomfortable but accurate. At the same time, he accepts the financial side without acting superior, which connects back to Porter's comments about purpose and paydays. So the story feels layered. Not fully circus, not fully sport, but a mix of intrigue, criticism, and unavoidable attention.
Think that this one's gonna be any different? The answer is no. Floyd, even though he's slowed down, even though he's much smaller, is going to run circles around Mike Tyson in this. Mike's gonna have real trouble even getting to the fight. If we saw the Jake Paul exhibition, Mike was hospitalized for a bit, then he had to take a lot of time off from training, had a stomach ulcer, and then again, the limping to the ring. Oh man, the whole detrimental to his health. It's detrimental to Mike's health to even try to do this. The article keeps going, this fight will be an exhibition, so Mayweather isn't risking his perfect 50-0 record, though he doesn't sound concerned about Tyson in any way. I've been doing this for 30 years, and there hasn't been a single fighter that can tarnish my legacy, Mayweather.
The conversation about spectacle shifts into deeper strategy once Max and the panel break it down like a business equation more than a fight. Max saying let the older fighters earn money doesn't sound sarcastic. It sounds practical. Then Shady mentions Tyson now and a Pacquiao rematch later, and suddenly it feels less like a comeback and more like a planned legacy tour built around pay-per-view numbers. When Max brings up Crawford and suggests Floyd wouldn't have taken that prime matchup, it feels like a sharp historical point disguised as analysis. You can sense the room quietly agreeing. The cold reality appears when they admit Pacquiao and Floyd aren't in their prime anymore while still calling it massive. That contradiction sums up boxing today. Physical peaks may fade, but commercial power stays strong.
Floyd was never going to fight Bud, but Pacquiao? By the way, when Floyd, the rumors were, or the reporting was that he was going broke, you were skeptical about it. Now that he's coming back, are you still skeptical about it?
Very good, Max. Yeah. Are you skeptical about it, Shady?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke.
So
if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see who he looks.
Max also says he never thought Pacquiao had the stylistic advantage over Floyd, which matches the long-standing belief about defense and control. Reach, timing, and discipline usually decide fights. Yet the panel admits the first bout wasn't exciting while still debating a rematch. That's classic fan behavior. Criticism early, viewership later. When Max says he'd pick Mayweather versus Pacquiao live over almost anything, that's brand influence speaking, not athletic prime. And the quiet agreement that it's more business than competition connects directly to the Tyson exhibition theme. This isn't random nostalgia. It's calculated event planning. Competitive risks, massive revenue, emotional conflict for purists, but still powerful for the audience raised on these legends.
Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer. When I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought
he's one of my favorite fighters.
Who?
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want
Floyd's
to see
the longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
But let's be real. What this is all about, business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they aren't, necessarily the most active fighters. And Mayweather's going to have his exhibition with Mike Tyson in the con.
When you step back and look at everything together, Floyd's sharp training footage, Porter's logical doubts, Wade's focus on spectacle, and Max framing it as business strategy, the main question shifts. It's no longer just about whether this is a real fight. It's about what this moment represents for boxing. You have elite preparation meeting serious skepticism and commercial reality at the same time. One side shows discipline and pride through focused training, while the other reminds us that age, size gaps, and exhibition rules still matter. That tension creates the intrigue. It's not fully sport and not fully entertainment. It's a middle space where nostalgia, ego, money, and identity all share attention. And no matter the label, the interest is undeniable. Fans debate it, analysts question it, critics doubt it, yet everyone watches when the bell rings. That's the pull of icons stepping back under the lights.
He knew he wasn't used to being
Not to get too
boxing
far
ring.
afield, guys, the point is, whatever you thought about that fight going in, when that fight was going on, you had to watch it. The question about making a big event is it compelling enough that even if, I talk about this with Jake Paul sometimes, right? Whatever you want to say, when he chooses the right opponent, you're going to watch.
So here's the real question. Is this carefully planned legacy entertainment, or two competitive minds refusing to let their fire fade? Share your opinion below. Let's have an honest conversation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The King Boxing. See you in the next one.